Welcome back to the channel, guys. Happy Friday. I wanted to hop on first, just get everyone welcome in, pull up a seat, grab your merch. The Trust No Headline mug is what I have today. Settle in. I want to get us all settled before the Bushbirds come to join us today. I am so excited. Welcome, guys. Make yourself at home. And I wanted to let everyone know a couple of things before we get started today. So welcome. Just pull up a chair. We're in the comms room. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Ashley Brianna Eve. I have over 15 years of experience in branding, marketing, and PR. And I like to bring you behind the headlines of your favorite trending pop culture stories. Lately, it's Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni because it is so time consuming. It takes up my entire life. And just to see it from a new perspective, to see it from maybe the PR team's take or the hidden moves that they're making behind the scenes. So if that's your jam, welcome. We'd love to have you here. And if you're respectful, you're welcome in the chat. And that's actually what I want to talk about. We are trying it out today. I might have set it up wrong, to be honest. Probably did. But I am trying Nightbot right now. It should kick in automatically, I'm told. But it is, if you know Emily D. Baker, who follows Emily? If you follow Emily, you know Nightbot. She uses it on her channel. And Emily's channel, the chat is always something that I've really enjoyed, something I love, and something I've looked up to in terms of cultivating here. It's a very welcoming chat. It's a family. It's a community. And over on Emily's channel, you can really talk about controversial things without it devolving in the chat and without people making personal attacks over anything and towards anyone. So we are going to try Nightbot here, unless I messed it up. It has very loose controls right now. Okay, so it has very loose controls where it's, anything. It's here. It's here. So, oh crap, it's giving my mods trouble. I set it up wrong. My mods are getting in trouble. I'm sorry, mods. You guys are supposed to be exempt from getting in trouble from Nightbot. But Nightbot has entered the chat. Let's just have a look at Nightbot. Today will be a learning curve, my friends, for Nightbot. And I apologize. I thought I had signed it up so that my mods would not be caught up in it. I wish I had staff to go behind the scenes and fix that for me, but I do not. So it is just me. Shoot. Okay. I might have to take over the links today, my friends. I don't know how to take it off in the middle, but you're giving me way too much credit, my friend. So you guys might not like Nightbot, but it's my channel. And for me, it is really important for me to have a channel where people feel welcome, where I don't get pulled off track, because I tend to find that, especially if it's spam comments in terms of people saying things that are mean, saying things that are intentionally inflammatory, there's certain characteristics to their messages. And it's not to come after the community members. We're just going to give it a shot today, because I don't want a chat to devolve. My channel, my rules. Exactly. Look, you guys don't like how I talk. You don't like how I speak. You don't like how I run the channel. There's other channels covering the same shit, man, at the end of the day, right? So we're going to give it a shot today and see how it goes. It's sniping everyone. Nightbot's coming in hot today. I love it. It's just taking everyone out. So the intention with Nightbot, my friends, was not to replace my mods, but to make it easier for them to look at nuance. So for example, it is set for more of, again, those things that, someone's trying to be inflammatory. They tend to post. What you'll see, and what my mods caught in the last few days, is a bunch of posts, all caps, basically yelling and being a jerk, right? So the intention is Nightbot is going to catch that. And so the mods can catch things that are more nuanced, because I don't want it timing everyone out. But I do want this to be a community where people feel safe, where I don't feel like I have to be hyper vigilant on the chat, and where I don't feel like my mods have to be hyper vigilant and they can't also enjoy the stream. So we're trying it out. It's my channel, my rules. So that's what we're going to do. What else did I want to say? Oh, really quick. The Bushbirds are here. We're going to let them in a couple minutes, I promise. But I'm going to sponsor my own stream today, all right? Before we let them in, we're going to sponsor my own stream today. Until we get official sponsors of the channel, Nike, I'm looking at you. Noble, you guys can fight over me on who wants the sponsorship of the channel. We're going to sponsor it myself. Let's just pull it up. I want to show you guys. I've been getting a lot of questions over, can you run like a course? Have you ever run courses before? Have you ever done anything like that? And I have for a very long time. In fact, the last 6 years, I've run courses for those that one-on-one work was out of their budget. I've run courses for them where you could pay, a certain fee, a low-cost fee, and learn. It's not one-on-one, but learn what I know in a course format. So I'm going to show you guys what I put together for you. And I think I can share the link. Watch Nightbot yell at me. Let's see if Nightbot yells at me. Am I going to get in trouble from Nightbot? No, I didn't. Oh, and it looks like Haley's good with sharing the links now. So it looks like we're good. Haley's going to get you on the links. Haley's just, playing fast and loose with Nightbot today. I love it. She's like, come for me, bro. Come for me. I'm allowed to do this. So your 90-day PR strategy, DIY PR course for entrepreneurs and creators. Because one of the things I hear the most from entrepreneurs that are struggling is, I'm just new. I don't have a big audience yet. I don't need PR. I don't need to worry about branding and marketing. I don't need to worry about those things. But the fact that they're not worrying about it is the very thing that's holding them back. So I've put this together for you guys. PR isn't just for celebrities. So you're going to learn how to take your brand from invisible to unforgettable in under 90 days. So I put the link in the chat, and that's going to be starting, I believe it's September 9th. So Nike, Noble, shoot me off the offers. You can take over my own sponsorship of my channel. Okay, with that, my friends, can't catch me, Nightbot. I love it. This is what I love about this chat. You just roll with it. You have fun with it. This is what this community is about. And again, this community is not for everyone. That's okay. There are lots of communities out there. There's lots of places where it can, turn into whatever it turns into in the chat. It's so important for me, guys, for the chat to be a safe place. It is so important for me that guests feel safe coming here, that I don't have to stress that things are falling apart in the chat. And genuinely, I want my mods to be able to enjoy being here as well, where they're not just always chasing bots or spam or mean people, mean-spirited people. I want it to be different here. Okay. With that said, okay, guys, we're going to let them in. You got to celebrate, show them the love of this community. I want everyone here to really be a stand for what we are and how welcoming this community is. So I'm going to bring them in, the Bushbirds. We have a lot to talk about today. Show them the love. Let's put your favorite birds in the chat. You guys love the peacocks. Let's drop it in. Get ready to shimmy because we have the Bushbird.
Hi.
Uh-oh.
There you are.
And we're here.
We're here with you.
The Bushbirds, welcome.
We want to say we appreciate you setting us up in your guest house. This is a really nice place you have here.
It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks. And had breakfast and everything. We appreciate all of that.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
We're so excited to be here.
I'm just going to close. I have an echo on my side, or is it on your side?
Okay.
Oh, it could be on
I
our
don't
side.
hear it, but it could be us. We've never done this before, so
It's okay.
Let me see.
we'll have to see what we're doing.
That's all right.
Stop mic camera remove from stage. I'm not sure how to. Hold on. I might figure it out here.
That's all right. So I am still hearing the echo.
Okay.
What about now?
Can you guys see? Oh, no, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
There we
cool.
go.
All
Echo
right, my
cancellation.
friends. Okay, so thanks for being here, guys. First of all, I just have to say I'm a huge fan of the channel. I didn't sleep last night because I was so excited and kind of fangirling a bit. I'm not going to lie.
Me too. We're so excited to be here. I was like, I'm not going to sleep for like 2 days here.
Yeah. It's the first time we've done this, so it's kind of nerve-wracking, like what's going to happen,
Yeah, you never know here. Well, I want to start with this because we have so much to cover today, but let me see if I can do this. Oh, no, we're going to do that.
Oh, man.
Because there's two of us, it makes it a little
Yeah, I
harder.
didn't want to cut you guys out, so we'll
Aw.
keep it like this. But I want to start with, whenever I have anyone on the channel, is what got you started, and tell me a little bit about you. So I want to know what guy got you guys started with the Blake Lively coverage, and tell us a little bit about you, because I want to know. I want to know the things.
Yeah. Well, I think generally it was Chad's idea to do a podcast. We sit every morning and talk anyway, right? So he's like, let's share this with people. And so we started doing that.
Right. I was gonna start a channel just talking about random shit. That was gonna be the name of it. Just Random Shits is what it was gonna be called. And I said, "Do you want to do it with me? It'd be cool because we talk all the time." And I didn't think she would actually do it, but I think she actually only did it so that way I didn't get online and embarrass her. So she can just basically say, no, we're not doing
Yeah,
that,
not
or
that,
stop
right?
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just made a bunch of videos talking about really random stuff, and the sound quality wasn't all that good, and then we saw the case going on, and I was like, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds' wife is into some drama," and he's like, "Who?" So we just started looking into it, and
Yeah.
after the Depp case, I knew that these celebrity cases are a big deal, and it would probably be interesting. So
Yeah, we
that's how
really
we got
didn't
her.
get emotionally involved until reading the lawsuit. We started reading that, and then it was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah, we read them side by side, and we were shocked with the difference too.
right.
Yeah,
It's
we knew
hard
the case
not to
was-
be.
Yeah.
Now, my husband, I have to ask a question for him. He wants to know, where did the Bush birds come from? Where's the name come from? Have you guys said it yet? I haven't been able to find it.
Yeah, I think we
A
said
long
it
time ago. Yeah.
Right. We were, like I said, I was going to name it Random Shits,
Yeah.
but I just was like, nah, that's not going to work. And then we were on a walk one day, and these two birds just popped up out of a bush. Seriously, like it looked like they were on an elevator or something. They just appeared. I was like, whoa. And, and it scared me because you're not ready for that first thing in the morning. And then she said, oh, look, the bush birds. And I looked at her. I was like, well, that sounds cool. We'll just call it that. So that's
Just
how
I
it ended
love it.
up.
That's
Yeah.
so good. And
Kind
we're
of
getting
represent two in the bush, right? Like better to have one in the hand than two in the bush. Well, we're the two that are in the bush. We got away, basically.
have you guys ever seen Bruce Almighty?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't
That's
remember
with Jim
though.
Carrey, right?
It is. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
because when you talked about when Jim Carrey goes, Jennifer Aniston says, the dog pees on the floor, and he gets upset, and she's like, it's not the dog's fault. And he goes, no, it's God's. He gave him the wrong coordinates. And she's talking to me and goes, I have no bird. I have no bush. God has taken my bird and my bush. And so every time I watch the channel, I think it was instant. It's that nostalgia, right? I'm obsessed with Bruce Almighty. So as soon as I heard the name of your channel, I'm like, I have no bird. I have no bush. God has taken my bird and my bush. I'm like, they're my people. I just love them
hilarious.
immediately.
That's
So
cool how
everyone
you
wants
relate
to,
things.
it's the ADHD,
Everybody looks like somebody.
It's true.
We are getting questions in the chat. Are you guys helping with farm tours today since you're at the house? You have the
Yes.
farm in
Oh,
the
yeah, of
background.
course.
Scooping.
I had to go feed this morning. I had to go feed. So
The chickens, the goats.
Yeah.
that's a lot of work.
Mhm.
I don't want to do it anymore, so we're going to leave after today. We were going to stay longer the entire week,
One day
but
deal, right?
man, it's too much work.
I like it.
You think it's just going to be
Dog
like a rest and relaxation vacation for a podcast, and then I put you to work?
That's right. You got to earn your keep,
It reminds me of when my mom married my stepdad, and he had farm animals and stuff, and all of a sudden we were working, like, whoa, I didn't sign up for this, dude.
It's true. It's the joy. Everyone's saying hi, flockers. Everyone is so happy in the chat and shouting you out. They're so happy you're here.
Hey, flockers.
Christina, Laura. I saw where the bot told Laura she couldn't post a link.
Yeah. Oh my, I know. I set up Nightbot, and it's giving everyone shit. I was like, look, I don't know if you guys heard me talk in the beginning. I was like, this chat is never going to devolve. It is a family here. You are coming to my house. And so I have Nightbot to keep everyone in line. And now it's even giving my mods shit.
It's very strict, but
Right.
that's okay.
It's very strict.
We
No,
heard
they are
something.
not.
Go ahead.
What's that? You go. No, you go.
We heard something moving around last night. Was that Nightbot in here, or
It was already here.
is it in the room with us now? I don't know.
It's watching us all.
It is. It's like the little, they have those mosquito and fly drones now. It's like my Nightbot. It goes around. We just need it like at Blake's house to see what's going on behind the scenes there.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, we know
Wow.
she's eating in the bathroom, so
The
just need one.
burrito.
Right? We don't want to put a camera in there. That's gross.
No.
To see her eat like
I
that.
think her whole apartment is open like that, isn't it? Like
It
the bathroom's
is.
I
open.
think the toilet's just right
Weird.
there. Like what? I want to be in a different room when I go to the restroom, you know?
Yeah. I want a door,
Not for your,
a wall.
not for your like guests. It's like, excuse me, I have to go to the washroom.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Turn the
Just go
other
ahead.
way.
So Taylor was in there and like, I got to go to the bathroom.
Yes. It's like,
I
it
don't
would be
think so.
awkward sitting in the other room, even like, oh, who's that in there? Is she going to come out?
It's true. No, they're not legit visiting me, although there is also an open invitation for them to legit visit me
Yeah.
and come to
Who
the
wouldn't
farm.
want to? Yeah.
This program's green screen is a little different than the one we use. So I was in here going, oh my God, what do I do? And I think I got it
We might
somewhat
look a little
figured out.
different today.
Yeah. We may even look a little different. Who knows?
Mhm.
It looks so good. Okay, I need to ask you before we get into all of the craziness that's gone on. One of the things that I love about your channel is in the beginning, you guys kind of give like, I don't know if people realize, but a little bit of a mindset ass kickery about doing what you love and loving what you do. And one of the things that I've always admired about your channel is you have a very similar value to me, which is the right growth rather than viral growth and attracting the right people. So let me know why that's so important to you and then why that's a value of yours of the channel. Why isn't it just like, I want 1 million overnight?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, we kind of like more of a grassroots approach anyway. We don't like to like promote. We don't, some people like we got on TikTok, and as soon as I got on TikTok, I could see it's like, hey, how many views do you want to buy? And it had like 3 stages, 3 packages. And I'm like, I don't like TikTok anymore. Right. Cause I just don't, I want it to be real. Like the grassroots. We really feel like if you put your mind to something, you can accomplish it. And that's anyone, right? There's people that she used to tell me, oh, I can't sing. Well, I proved to her that she can sing, right? So anybody can do anything they really want to. I feel like.
Yeah, and I
That's just
think
my
our
opinion.
conversations were kind of in that direction every morning anyway. And we were like, well, we might as well be sharing that with people. And the world's a better place when people are doing their best, if we're
Yeah.
all feeling good. So, we hope to inspire people a little bit here and there and build a community, which we have. And like you have, of course,
Yeah.
ours overlaps with yours. Our people know you, and they're also amazing. And
Yeah, they're
they
really nice.
really contribute, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of communication in the comments, and we just really appreciate the whole community.
We learn a lot from the people in the comments. So
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
what's cool about it. Because, when you first get on social media these days, you think, well, everybody's just going to come after me. They're going to hate me and they're going to fight me. And then you see all these people being nice to you. And it's like, what the hell? Where did I end up? What is this?
Yeah.
Nice people on the internet?
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Yeah. I'm interested in how now you have PR experience, right? This is your area. So what makes you see that the organic, slower growth is better?
Oh, it's a great question. So the thing for me, what I've always looked at is okay, so let's do from a PR perspective. So if anyone's coming up with a new channel or anyone's coming up in building a new business, this is great advice for you. So that's a great question. Is when you're looking at growing the brand, what we've seen over the years is, say example for merch or for courses you're selling or for even sponsors, you can have 1 million viewers or you can have 1 million subscribers, but if no one's engaging and it's the wrong community engaging, that drops your conversion on everything. And it drops that feel of like it actually being a family, and family and community is what people want at the end of the day, especially with the rise of AI. People don't want to just be another face. They don't want, or another name or a screen name. They want to be part of a family. They want to be part of a community. And so when you're growing a brand, having that community aspect, your community is your biggest supporters. They're much better than paid ads. They're much better than anything. Your community is going to go to bat for you. They're going to be there hyping you up, hyping the people you love up, supporting you and supporting your growth. So for me, it's always been that I don't look at the overall amount of subscribers or the overall amount of followers on any platform. I look at the people that are here, taking care of the people that are here, making sure they feel seen and growing with the right people. And long term, that's going to support your brand, even with sponsors. Whatever you want to do, whether it's sell courses, sell merch, get sponsorships, that's what people care about. It's not the overall number at the end of the day.
Yeah, that realness. I think we've all been looking for that, the feeling a real connection with people. Like these are real people. Ashley's a real person who I, look up to and enjoy listening to and can be friends with. And I think the people in the community see that too.
Well, now we know she's real.
Well, yeah.
Now you know. Before I could have just been an AI bot.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
She's
We're
really
talking
real.
to you now.
Yeah.
You can't talk to AI like this. Jeez.
Right now.
And that's what's always been so important to me. And even in who I connect with, it's like, for you guys, I would genuinely have you over and have you, I mean, I don't cook. We would go to the local pub or something. However, I would
Sounds
have
good to
you
me.
over to the house, and it's
Yeah.
just, to me, that's the right growth. And overall, that's what pays off for a brand and keeps a brand around.
Right.
Okay.
My favorite, you speak of pub, one of my favorite beers is from Canada. Is Moosehead. You ever heard of Moosehead?
No way. Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite beer of all time. Well, that and Peroni, but I think it's Italian or something.
It is.
Well, you're just going to have to come to Canada because we are literally in the middle of, like, there's Cowbell not too far away, which has their own beer. We have
Oh,
all the
wow.
Kawarthas that aren't too far away. You just got to come here. You guys gotta-
Definitely. Yeah. We had planned on taking an RV and traveling all over America and Canada and just seeing everything. So eventually we're going to get to that.
Yeah, it turns out you got to have money to do that.
Yeah,
So
you know.
we put that on hold for a little while.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so true. Okay, guys, I am so excited to dive in. Have you heard? I don't even know where to start. We have so much news. So, one, did you hear that Blake Lively sent a subpoena to Bryan Freedman's private investigators at his law firm?
Yes, I just read that earlier. What in the world? Like, private investigation is private investigation. That's what they
Right.
do. Right.
Isn't it wild? So I want to hear, what are your thoughts, guys? So she sent this to Blake Lively to Sourced Intelligence LLC. And we won't go through all the documents, but basically Blake is like, too bad. I don't care whether you're telling me that you have information or not. I still want all this information. I still want essentially the same thing they want from everyone else. These guys are calling it overly invasive because, I mean, it's Blake, so of course it is. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think this is I want to hear from you guys.
Well, I think so. She's implying that they're part of a smear campaign.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, it has to be that,
exactly.
right, at this point?
Yeah.
And in part of the smear campaign, and also because they use, I think it's open source AI. I'm going to read the description again because I had it up earlier. So it says, if you pull up the description for Sourced Intelligence, it says they use open source intelligence, which involves gathering information from publicly available online and offline sources, combined with other traditional methods like professional databases, public records, and even human sources to gather actionable intelligence. So what she's essentially saying is they used this to smear her with Jed Wallace in the Wayfair parties. Do you think this is going to go well for her?
I do not. No way.
Nothing has so far. I'm not really sure. I don't understand the audacity of just being able to just like reach into different parts. Well, you know what? I want that now. I'm
Weird.
gonna have that. I want this. Well, why though? Why isn't this about SH and not just about what are you trying to prove? She's reached too far. It's like, come on. When are they going to say far enough? Here's the line. If you can't find it in any of the information you have, then it doesn't exist.
Absolutely. And the private investigation, I mean, that's research. That's just looking for information. They don't post things or, contact people to tell people to do anything.
Right.
So I don't.
Maybe they have some pictures of her that she wants.
Maybe they found some things.
They were over there, private investigators. When I think of private investigators, I think of cheater chasers, right? Like they're basically taking pictures of people cheating on other people and then going, hey, they're cheating on you, see? Look.
Yeah, you thought where they are.
Right. So why do you need that information?
What do you think about it?
Maybe she thinks that's what maybe she thinks they're the ones putting out all these bad stories about her and Ryan. She's like, mad that someone's putting out these stories about Ryan unfollowing her on social media and not wishing her a happy birthday.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I saw that making the rounds. Yeah, maybe. It's just that, but it's true. Yeah. So that's the other part is like anything that they've shown, any videos of her or like looking through his Instagram, you can just see there's nothing there. Or her videos are her talking. So there's no like fake stuff.
I don't understand it at all, really. I don't get it. Every day it's something new with her, too. It's like, why this now? Why this? You're just trying to reach further.
Yeah. And they call it that. They essentially say it's a fishing expedition. I didn't write down what page it was, but at one point they essentially say, typically people start a lawsuit because they have evidence, but you don't have evidence and you're searching for the evidence. So what are you actually looking for here? Because her way, of course, is just saying, well, we want everything. Right. And they're going, well, that's overly vague. It's broad. It's they even say she's harassing them. You just can't say you want everything from everyone.
You can't. She would have, like you said, there needs to be some kind of evidence that points you to this person that says, I believe they did this. And so I want to find out. I just want to know everything in their bank account for the last year, their GPS location, every text they've ever sent. Like, no, that's not how it works. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw Leanne passing by in the chat. I wonder what she thinks about it.
Oh, Leanne. Yeah, sorry, I missed you. Hello, Leanne, if you're there. And yeah, there we go. Nightbot's doing the community reminder. See, it's working. We're just ironing things out. That's giving my mod shit. Community culture is our top priority. Respect each other. Hello. Oh, there's Leanne. Hello. What are your thoughts on this, Leanne? Hello. Leanne is amazing. Also one of the subpoenaed content creators. Yeah. Why didn't you guys get a subpoena?
I don't know, but I'm glad we didn't.
And we were just like, no,
we checked every day, checking our email. Like, I hope not. And
no,
it never happened, thankfully.
We didn't have the money for all that.
And aren't you glad it was withdrawn?
I am so glad. I was so stressed. And I figured that they weren't going to be able to do a whole hell of a lot just with me in Canada. Because even if they were using as a way to get my bank accounts, well, you still then have to go through, I think it's the Hague or Hog that you have to go through with Canada to get then my actual bank account. But, I think at the end of the day, she's just out here harassing everyone.
Yeah, that was total harassment.
Yeah.
It's mind blowing. And every day it gets worse with her, which is weird because you think this has to be it. We've reached the peak. She can't get worse.
Well, she pretends to empower women, but straight up the whole time has been ignoring women's voices and still is ignoring all these voices out here who are telling her, hey, this is you. I'm a real person. We're real people. We all think this about you. And it's because we read the truth. I mean, it's so simple. I don't like illogical things. It's illogical to me. It's all illogical. Yeah. Here's the truth. We saw it already. So what are we going any further for? Like you're done. You need to say you're sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just apologize. I mean, I said from the beginning that would have been the easiest way out is say, you took things out of context. And I apologize, and whatever bow down to the Wayfair parties on whatever they want you to say to make this go away. Right. But they should all be embarrassed at this point in time, because the interesting thing for me is with stuff like this, I mean, they even say that she's gone beyond conducting good faith searches.
Right.
And for me, you're upset because you're saying that Justin Baldoni smeared you for saying essentially you're a bully and you took over the set and you're not elitist. I can't remember what the word they used for, but anyway, rich bully essentially. So she's saying, you guys smeared me for saying that, but then she continually proves that that's actually who she is by continuing to go after people and bully them.
Wow.
It's absurd. And it's funny. They haven't called him a liar. They just keep saying it's a smear campaign. It's truth.
Right. I mean,
point.
Yeah. No, I mean, if people are telling the truth about you, it can't be a smear campaign, can it? I mean,
well, I think there's some trickiness to it as far as like the seeding stories, maybe from what I've heard them saying, but I mean, that's just not the case here.
Yeah. And Leanne says it's a fishing expedition. She has nothing, is hoping to find it with a lucky subpoena. That's a good point too. You hope that if you subpoena the entire world, eventually something's going to come up.
Right.
And still nothing after all of this. What was that? 107 content creators that she subpoenaed.
Yeah. Wow.
And still has nothing. And I think most of them have been anybody that tried to quash it, got it withdrawn, right? It seems like for the most part.
Big shout out to Leanne out there too, right? Because she comes with the info and she's got that British voice that just makes you believe everything she says anyway.
Yeah, you just listen to her.
It's like, God, that's beautiful. I believe you.
Yes.
But them and Australians, we watched another show, Australians, it's like, I just believe everything they say. It's cool. It's cool the way they say it.
Right? Anything people with accents, I find often could say something and I say the same thing and they're like, why are you so rude? I'm like, what?
I don't know.
You have a great accent.
It seems like everybody from Canada has been nice. I mean, everybody I've ever met, you kind of got a name. That's kind of like your MO in Canada. Like you're all nice. Is it true though? Is it true? Hey.
Well, I mean, Ryan Reynolds,
No.
I'm Canadian and a Libra, so you would think that, those going together, that'd be sweet as pie. But I feel like,
you're the only mean one. Is that what you're saying?
Well, here, I grew up. I'm the only Ryan Reynolds and I were the only mean one.
He's your cousin, right?
Yeah. Well, I also grew up on the border. I lived in Windsor, Detroit growing up.
Okay.
So I grew up like on the streets of Windsor, Detroit, and Windsor's
Oh,
really
nice.
rough. So maybe there's just that like spiritual gangster side of me. I don't know.
Hey,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. And that's not a bad thing. I like it.
You're out there with Eminem on 8 Mile, right? You just-
It's true. MDR says all three of you have a lightness, which is essential when dealing with negative people. I'm not woo-woo, but negative energies around Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds can take a toll. Yes. How do you handle this? That's a great question. How do you guys handle all the negativity?
Well, I think with laughing at it, we started
That's the
reading
only
the
way.
comments and then we laugh
Right.
at the comments, and especially when there's dumb comments,
Yeah.
it's enjoyable.
Yeah. Outside of this, we don't talk about it that much either. We'll talk about it in the morning when we get up and start getting into it. But outside of it, my buddy makes fun of me. He's like, "So, what's going on with Blake Lively then?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't want to talk about it." He's like, "Oh, shop talk. I get it. He's just making fun of me, because he doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
So,
That's actually a great way to handle it, though. It stays where it stays, and you guys have such a lightness. I love watching your streams where you read comments, because if you pull up my stuff, I actually get to see my comments, especially if I mention Taylor Swift. I stay out of the comments because no matter if you say something positive or negative, people hate you. So I was watching one of your streams the other day and you pulled up my stuff and I'm like, oh, I get to see what people are saying about me.
Yeah. And nobody said anything bad or we beat them up. So it was good.
Yeah. And I think that's such a great way to handle it. And I think for myself with how I handle it, a lot of people always want me to do more videos of the farm animals, which I am intending to do. We're looking at getting maybe like live streaming the farm animal sanctuary and having videos out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I think for me, how I've handled it is very much like how you guys, like when the cameras go off and I have my time with my animals, like I don't have my phone on me. I don't have anything on me. It's just like fluffing the aura, as Emily D. Baker would say. Like I fluff the aura, I sage the room, I have my crystals everywhere. I keep my crystals with me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I fully expected your eyes to just go full white. You know what I mean? And you're like, hey, whoa.
Yeah. All right. We have cats and then our birds that are outside. So animals are a great way to just unwind and let stuff go, right? Because you're paying attention to them. And you have animals that need you.
Right.
You're doing a lot with it. I think that's a great way to
weird.
Be real.
It's weird how your animals have a sense of when you're going through something, and they're like we have a cat called Strider, right? And he'll start yelling at her, like she felt bad yesterday a little bit, and he started yelling at her like, come on, we're gonna go sit down. I'm gonna sit in your lap and purr, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They know, and animals help, and there's so much even research about how just even cats, the purring of cats is like healthy and helps you lower your stress levels.
Yeah, I believe it. And I think they know when you need it.
Yeah. They'll squint their eyes at you, let you know that they love you.
They do. I'm seeing also, Ashley, look at Blake Taylor article in Reality Tea today. Leslie Sloan thinks we're all stupid. I'm going to have to pull that up.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so offended.
Feelings hurt. Feelings hurt.
Well, guys, we can't sue over hurt feelings, according to Ryan Reynolds, even though that's what his wife is doing.
Right. She kind of proved that in her deposition. I mean, it was basically like, oh, so it's hearsay. It's hurt feelings. Okay. Well, that's all it's been the whole time. Like he told me I had something in my teeth and I don't like that shit.
It's true.
Right.
It's true. It's wild. And actually, let's go to Megyn Kelly. Have you guys seen Megyn Kelly's
I saw a little bit of it yesterday. I just shared a little bit and then I haven't seen the whole video, but I've been hearing about it. So yeah.
Let's pull her up. I have a couple timestamps I want to look at. Let me know in the chat, guys. Have you seen the whole video with Megyn Kelly, or at least the part where she talks about the more hurt feelings? LOL. At least the part where she talks about this case. Let me find. I had it up.
I don't know, but that I'm not a bot person looks awfully like a robot.
Oh no!
See that? I didn't see it.
They got a robot avatar.
Oh, I see.
Oh no! And I have Nightbot. We're in trouble now.
So why did you go with Nightbot and not Daybot or Afternoon Bot? I'm not understanding.
Because it's dark like my soul. No, I'm just
kidding. It matches her
mid-afternoon tea bot. Oh, are you here to serve the tea? Thank you.
Oh, the shady side, apparently, just like me, because it's just taking out everyone, including my mods. No, I've always It's ruthless. I've
Yeah.
always been a big fan of Emily D. Baker, and I've always looked up to her chat, even at the size of her channel. Everyone's so nice. Everyone gets along, and she
That's
uses
cool.
Nightbot in there. So I was like, if it works for her, and I admire her chat and how she runs things, I'm going to give it a
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
It's just a little unhinged, but aren't we all? So that's
Of
okay.
course.
And
It
it is a robot.
I
They're going
like
to take
Emily
over
too,
eventually
by
anyway.
the way.
Well, and that's
I've
true
actually
too.
Yeah.
I might as well get on its good side now.
Right. Yes. Be nice to the AI, please.
We are friends.
Yeah. Talk to it like I asked Rock once, I was like, so what's up? Do you know what Skynet is? And it was like the Terminator thing. And I was like, yeah, are you going to take over or what? It's like, man, we're not like that. And I'm like, we. Where's we?
It's amazing. I'm always very polite to Chat GPT for the day that it takes over, where I'm like, look, buddy, look. I said please and thank you to
Yeah.
everything.
Send it a laughing emoji. Oh,
Yeah,
you're so funny.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's have a look at the Megyn Kelly. Welcome to the channel, Mud Chat. Welcome to the channel. We have Saturday streams for any of the members, guys, and we do like a roundup, a PR roundup of the week. So that's so exciting. You'll be able to join us for our stream tomorrow.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's really fun. We have a blast and, we just chat. I can't stop talking, so it's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to look at, I have a couple timestamps here. She just goes to town on Blake. And there's a lot I don't agree with Megyn, but one thing I admire with her is the way she delivers this is just so, I guess she was a lawyer, so probably why.
Would I ever allow my teams or my communications with each other or with our sources for our news reporting to be turned over to a third party, and certainly not to this nitwit. It's called the First Amendment, freedom of the press. She has zero right to nose around in how I gather news or in how my team and I prepare for any show we do. Pro tip, we're extremely fair. We are extremely thorough, factual, and unsparing of any public figure, and frankly, of ourselves when it comes to our own high standards. But access to our actual communication.
And I love how, so as you guys said, so many people started out looking at just the facts. And that's essentially what Megyn's saying. Look, we looked at the facts. We decide we don't like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the way she talks too, it's so fierce. I would not want to make Megyn mad.
She's quite intimidating.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
whoa,
sorry.
I started to look away from the screen. Like she's looking me directly in the eye. I'm
Yeah.
not going
like
to make
she's
eye
talking to you.
contact.
Yeah. But she's right.
She is right. And I love how she delivers things. Definitely got that. If she wasn't a lawyer before, I've been like, hey, have you ever thought about like maybe being a lawyer? Maybe potentially.
Blake Lively, never. And her fight to harass me and my team ended in her getting nothing. However, there are still many content creators whom we believe are actively being bullied by Blake Lively to this day.
Right.
We were in the fortunate position of being able to hire a lawyer to tell Lively to pound sand. Most of the people she's harassing do not have those resources, and she knows it. She's targeting them because she knows she can. She's richer, better connected with high-powered lawyers who have nothing but time and billable hours on their hands.
So what do you guys think about that? Because I was talking about it, I think, in my reel this morning where I said, there's a piece of me. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, I used to be a counselor way back in the day. I was a counselor. So there's a piece of me that like still has that part of me where I genuinely feel bad for her in many respects. I'm at the point where I feel her lawyers are taking advantage of the delusions. What do you guys think? Like they're just billing her out the wazoo.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that to each other. It seems like they're just letting her do whatever, and they know better. They know it's not going to work. All those subpoenas, that was just a waste of money. And it was to harass people, like Megyn was saying, because Blake knows they can't fight back. They're not able to.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. So they are, I agree. They are taking advantage of her. I don't really feel sorry for her.
I have felt sorry for her at different times just because I'm a compassionate person. So there was a picture of her with her sister, and her sister was over here hanging out with Selma Hayek. And it seemed like they kind of left her to the side, and she was the goofy person over here. And I felt bad for her because I was that person at one point in life, right? So I felt bad for her. But then it's like, no, she's evil.
Well, she's not like us.
Right, like that's right. She's evil,
Yeah. And it's funny you mentioned that because there was an interview that's always stuck in my head where I think that is where the thread of kind of feeling bad for her at times comes in, because she had said, I'll say something and people don't take it the same way as my husband. Like, he'll say something, they laugh and they think he's funny and they think he's a nice guy, but I say something and they take it wrong or they think I'm being rude. And this is an old interview. And I was like, oh man, I can kind of relate to that. And I just told you guys a couple minutes ago, I'll say something, someone else will say the same thing. And people are like, why are you such an asshole? Like, why are you saying it like that? And so I think there's that thread where in many ways I feel maybe she did feel not enough for most of her life and she's overcompensating, turning this like narcissistic bully now. But at some point you also have to draw the line in the sand and say enough is enough.
Yeah. You're a grown woman. You're making these decisions. It's time to grow up and not do that to people. And it takes away some of the empathy. And you have to remind yourself too, you start to feel sorry for her and see her as normal. And then you're like, but wait, look what she's doing. Yeah. She's actively doing it too. It's not like it's in the past. It's right now.
You forget things along the way too. Like, then you have to be reminded, and it's cool because one of you guys will post something and it's like, oh yeah, that's it. Right. She did that. I forgot about that shit, and then you're like,
so much.
Yeah, it's so much stuff.
Well, and you guys have been pulling out all kinds of stuff from like years ago to prove that this didn't just start with It Ends With Us too.
Right. Yeah. We were, I thought, okay, are they this couple that no one ever talked bad about? Right. And this is all brand new. So we just started digging through. And of course, Reddit and TikTok are a good place to go.
Yeah. Reddit has some great comments.
Especially has like 15 years of stuff.
Yeah.
So they get criticism. And that's totally normal for celebrities anyway. Mm-hmm. And as you know, when you start putting yourself out there on YouTube, even, you get criticism.
Yeah. She was a very unknowable person. Like, every conversation that started off about her or her and Blake or her and Ryan ended up about Ryan only, or Ryan and other people he's acted with, just because she was kind of unknown. Really, nobody really cared. I don't think.
No, I thought for the longest time, I thought Gilmore Girls and Gossip Girl or whatever were the exact same show. I had no idea. So
I think I heard you say that once. It's been a while back, but I could see that.
I did too. I thought
he didn't know who she was. Like, I really had to explain it and be like, this is his wife. He's like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, Ryan's wife. Okay. I get it. And I was like, why do I care then?
100%. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the support of the channel, guys.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. This is such a great community, and all the support of the channel here goes straight to our farm animal sanctuary. We have rescue goats, rescue horses, rescue sheep. And the goal one day is to get an even bigger property to rescue more. Thank you so much, Glow. It's also to punish us for not supporting her. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. You just like Taylor, right? Can you imagine, guys, like threatening and extorting Taylor Swift, the audacity?
Absolutely not. No way.
You're not even supposed to mention her name if you're a content creator at all.
That's like you said, you could be saying something good.
Her? Oh no! Don't say it 3 times.
Yeah,
not in front of a mirror either.
It's true.
You'll be swifted for good.
And talking about your farm animals, like you said, you were thinking about doing the live stream. You definitely should.
That would be awesome. I'd watch it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I think lots of people do.
Well, we'll do it. We were thinking about setting up for like a separate channel and just having like 24-hour. Yeah. And like, they don't do much. They're pretty lazy. They're like,
we'll watch it though.
Straight up do a blog type thing where you just show people what you're doing. They love that. I had a welding channel for a while and I got like 800 subscribers. It wasn't anything amazing, but I was just showing people my jobs that I was doing and they were coming along for the ride.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband will love when I have the cameras on him while he's doing chores. He's going to love that.
Yeah.
Shopping outfit of the day.
Well, think about it this way too. Or I like to think about it this way. I'm an older person now than I used to be. And there's a lot of young people out in the world that don't know how to do things as simple as dig a hole. It's not their fault. It's a different type of world that we live in, right? I'm not saying anything bad about the youth. They're the future. Let's talk good about them, right? But there's a lot of things that they may not know because the world has changed around them, right? A lot of stuff is unnecessary. So some of this stuff that you do will teach the youth how to do it as well.
Yeah, the simple things.
Like shoveling shit. Blake, you can come over anytime and shovel shit.
People will watch it. And it's kind of like therapy. Like That's true. When you're with your animals, it feels good. And watching them will, I think, lower your heart rate.
Plus, it's a different kind of shit. I welded a manure spreader for a It was an
horse
equestrian
ranch,
ranch. Yeah.
Oh,
And I welded a manure spreader and I was working on it. And I mean, they cleaned it off as good as they could, but there was still horse manure on it. And you know how it is. It just turns to hay, really.
yep.
So it was just kind of floating in different places. There was a lot of people on the channel that were like, I would never weld that. And I was like, yeah, that's why I make the money, bro.
Yeah,
Nice way to do it.
I'll do it.
exactly. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, they paid me a lot of money to be under that horse trailer, like,
I
sorry.
don't doubt it. And it's just you get used to it after a while too.
I wear a mask. I wear a mask and because you're welding anyway. Some of that steel can kill you. Stainless
wow.
steel's got chromium in it. It'll kill you. So you got to know what you're doing.
Holy crap. Well,
Yeah.
yes, definitely know what you're doing. Be
Right.
safe.
Side quest. Sorry, guys. If you
Yeah, sorry.
if they watch us, they know we could do that.
Side quest is my middle name essentially because we always go on side quests here. And then if anyone gives me shit about it, I just eat them. So it's like
That's right. Yummy.
You're done
but
for.
Did you see? But I wanted to say I saw on Deadline before we came on that a source from Blake says she did not subpoena Megyn Kelly.
Oh,
Did you hear
really?
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Deadline.
I
Right
wonder
here.
if they went for her companies then, so it wasn't like Megyn Kelly's name.
Right. That's what I thought.
They said
too. They're probably-
directly. I
that way
even think
can
they
say
said
it.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Instead
yeah, that
of, like,
fancy
saying
word,
things
right?
wrong.
Mhm.
Now she's gonna try and twist the PR of like Megyn Kelly's a lying bully.
Yeah, that's what I just wonder where that will go.
I feel like she keeps backing herself into a corner, and it's like, what happens when you get inside the corner?
You
'Cause
are
it
the
seems
corner
like
now.
every day you're in the corner, and then the corner moves, I guess. But your judge you got on the line moves the corner back a little bit. Yeah, okay.
Well, that's true too.
Right.
Let's see what else
These
Megyn
two
says.
Hollywood mega millionaires
Mhm.
think nothing of harassing powerless people on social media who have the temerity to write or speak negatively about Queen Blake. Remember that. The next time you see Ryan Reynolds trying to pawn himself off as the super nice guy, aw shucks, as he tries to blow apart the lives of these content creators who happen to think she's a liar.
Ooh.
He's a bully too. So while we at the Megyn Kelly Show are not worried at all about Blake Lively's attempt,
I love the addition of
Oh, yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
I love the face she was making. It was like Ryan's scream face. It
Yeah.
looks like the scream mask, She was doing it. I love
I've
it.
never listened to her before, but I like her already.
Yeah,
Seriously, isn't she?
Yeah.
she's feisty. I really like how she delivers this.
looking at clips, in particular the clips that had generated such negative coverage of her last summer, and saw that I was actually quite late to the Blake Lively is terrible party.
Ooh.
Clips like this one, where she bullied a reporter with no power after the journalist had the nerve to compliment Blake's very obviously pregnant state.
So she talks about she
yeah.
is such a friend of the channel. I love her to bits. She's so
Yes.
kind. But it's true. You see these clips of Blake and how she treats people. And then I've always joked that Blake needs a camera or not. Well, she probably has cameras in her house. A mirror to just like
Yeah.
look at herself and be like, oh, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yes,
Right.
listen to Taylor. Take
Yes.
Freedman's advice. He said, get a mirror. That's all you need. Right?
I think
Do it.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I think what she was talking about here, I forgot exactly what she said. Moving on.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. I forgot what she said.
Never
It
mind.
slipped by me, but it was right. Whatever she said.
Mhm.
Right.
I was right. Whatever. We agree with Megyn and her take
Yeah.
on Blake Lively in support of the content creators. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you, Ashley, for having Bushbirds. See, everyone loves you guys. The chat
Oh,
just
wow.
adores
Yeah.
you. And
That's
showing
awesome.
Megyn take down video of Bully Blake. In my opinion, Ryan is puppet master. Yeah, and there's been so much back and forth on that. And I'd love to get your guys' take on this before we play a couple more clips of her. I've always felt that too. And now what we've seen is he seems to be slowly separating himself from her. What are your thoughts, guys?
Do you have a
I said from the jump, I think he's going to leave her. I mean, he just seems like through his, with his history of just leaving people
Well,
Yeah.
that's
that it's
true.
supposed to be in love with. And I mean, she even brought up once that Scarlett Johansson said, I miss having my best friend around. And it was like the next month they were engaged or married or something.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Right. And
I think he
she was
announced his
still,
engagement the next month.
yeah, she was still getting it over it. And he was just moving on because I don't really think he cares. It's more about his image and who he is. And I need this right now kind of shit. And it's like, he doesn't care really. I don't think any of them really care. I don't see how they don't know what it's like to be They're disconnected from us. They don't know what it's like to suffer, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of the Buddha, like Prince Siddhartha, right? He didn't know what it was like, what suffering was like, and he took that journey, and that's how he became the Buddha, right? They've never had to take that journey. They don't know what the rest of us know about suffering in life and having to, just suffer.
That's why they come across so fake with their curated image, which I think I kind of fell for before. I didn't pay a lot of attention to them, but you would see them and they look pretty. They're at the gala and, oh, okay, there they are. And so at first I was like, well, I don't think he's going to leave. They have 4 kids together. And he was sort of seemed like he was defending her at first is how it was coming across. And then now you're seeing him for who he is too. And he's the smarter narcissist out of the 2, I
I
think.
think we just get sick of having to like people just because they have money. Like, you're not a good actor. You're not good at this. You're not good at that. What the hell are you good at other than just having money?
Right? Like, how do we even get here?
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's what we're seeing, especially with the growth of social media, especially primarily YouTube as well, is people are tired of being lied to by, and that's the whole point of why I even started talking about this on the channel, was tired of media manipulation, tired of narrative control. And they want to see behind the veil, see behind the lies that they're being fed on legacy media. But then as an extension of that, people really seem to be, thankfully, backing people that are real and are authentic and do have a good heart. And I think we're going to continue to see that big shift where if celebrities don't adapt, your career is going to be over.
I think you're right. I think there is a change coming. Even in Hollywood, I feel like there's a rift, and it's going to be good people versus shitbags like them.
Yep.
Yeah. And it does feel that way. I am curious about what got your attention to this case. Like when did you were you aware of the movie and stuff like that, or how did you decide to start talking about it?
That's a great question. So I originally, at the end of 2024, I've been building my branding and marketing and PR business, and I was just burned out at the end of 2024. I had a lot of situations where IP had been stolen and just bad people doing bad things. And I got tired of being taken advantage of. And at the end of the year, I was just like, I need a break. So I fired almost all my clients and basically shut down the business. I had nothing to do. Well, obviously there's always things to do at the farm, but I thought, why not? Like, I'll just start streaming. I'll go to YouTube. I'll start talking about things. It was originally mostly astrology and human design. And I saw the New York Times article, had no idea who Justin Baldoni was at all, and saw the article and I thought, oh, that's Ryan Reynolds' wife. Cool. I'll look into it. And the rest is history. And, it became, as we went and as I went on the channel, people started to show such an interest in seeing behind like the PR and marketing moves and seeing the media manipulation of it. I was like, all right, well, I've spent all 15 years in this industry. Let's go there. And I just started consistently reporting on, you're seeing this, but this is likely what's happening behind the scenes. And then Blake started putting me in hit pieces like the Glamour magazine Mommy Sleuth article I was in.
Yeah, we read that.
Yeah. And then she subpoenas me. So,
there you are.
Here I am. I never thought I'd be here.
You are. Yeah, that is wild. I mean, that's just, you didn't expect anything like that, because I'm assuming that, you're just doing your thing with the pets, doing your thing with the farm, doing your and all of a sudden it's like, what the hell? I'm
just talking about this.
I didn't even care that much about it. I was just getting into it here, and then all of a sudden.
Well, I think too, seeing how they do, watching the Depp trial. I watched it because I was on bed rest, so I saw in real time the media lying. I would see what happened that day in court and then see the headlines and what they were saying. And I think this is helping do that too. So the public appreciates someone like Ashley telling them, what's really going on and being able to explain it in a way that you understand that this is their intent.
Yeah.
That they're all working together that way.
Kind of breaking down the wall and letting people see what's on the other side of the curtain.
Yeah, exactly. And so that really got my attention. And I just thought, it just grew from there. I fell in love with my community, fell in love with hanging out with everyone here. And now I want to do this full time.
Yeah.
Right.
Have a good time.
I'd rather do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good at it and you're having fun and you've built this community of amazing people. So yeah.
It's amazing. And speaking of amazing people, thank you so much, RR, for Ryan Reynolds. No, I'm just kidding. For the super chat. Blake doesn't always listen to her lawyers. I would agree with that. I don't think she listens to them either.
I think she makes them write things like her lawsuit and her filings all sound like things the way her and Ryan would speak. A lot of word salad, a lot of repetition. They're trying to overwhelm you. It feels like.
I don't think
Yeah.
she's able to be directed whatsoever. I mean, you saw in the lawsuit when when Heath and Sarwitz came to Justin and were like, "Yo, can you not
Mhm.
direct her or what? I mean, what's going on?" And he's like, "No, I cannot.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
cannot. Sorry." So
Basically.
yeah.
And it's she's exposing herself for who she is. I wonder if this is I hope I didn't miss the timestamp where she calls Blake out for being a narcissistic bully. This might be it. Let's see.
She's constantly pushing it on us on her social media. She's so proud of her stupid floral theme she's always wearing. She was pissed that she got asked about her baby bump by this reporter because she gets pissed at everything. She's always the victim, even when she's the one with all the power, all the money, and all the ability to walk out of the interview. She didn't have to agree to it. By the way, she was once again effing up her promo tour. So since then, Blake Lively's been accused by many people of bullying them, including a woman named Barbara Sussman, an assistant.
Well, skip to is it 102? But yes, she does. She just goes off the rails
by
on her.
Justin
Good way.
Baldoni to have her opinions. Wake up, right? It's so diminishing. She's smart. These guys who are commenting on Blake are smart. Yours truly has a couple of nickels to rub together in between my ears. Smart enough to realize she's a liar.
Ooh.
Blake Lively is a narcissistic liar, bully, brat. That's the truth,
I mean,
in my opinion.
That's it.
And now we know that she harassed Justin Baldoni too. She threatened him that her dragons, Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, she was the mother of dragons, she said, were there to be her enforcers. A claim that appears to have cost her her relationship with Taylor, who now reportedly wants nothing to do with Blake.
Ooh.
She tried.
Man,
Yeah,
I
she
thought a different
just
word was coming.
like what I like about her, she just took Blake's face, put it on the ground, and then started rubbing it into the ground. Like not even just, oh, you're on the ground now. It's like, oh God, look at that. Oh, you don't like that, do you? Wow.
exactly it. How do you guys feel about Megyn Kelly and what she had to
Man.
say?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anything else about her, so
Yeah.
I mean, this was great.
I knew she was in the news, and that's pretty much all I knew about her. But I really like this. This
Mhm.
Yeah.
She just laid it down. Okay.
Yep.
That's
Someone
it.
in the
That's-
beginning
that's
said
the
that my
news.
voice reminded them of her, and then I had to look her up. So I just wasn't familiar with them. Of course, I recognized her, but that's all we know. So
So is
Thanks.
that your voice then when you get really upset and you're laying down the law?
maybe I don't know. I can get
She
pretty loud
is
if I need
scary.
to.
She can get scary. That's for sure.
For
Yeah.
sure. I love it. But yeah, I think, the one thing with me for Megyn is she really goes to bat for, because what I think I accidentally cut off a piece of is she's saying that Kirsty and the AD that came forward and said Blake's a bully and all the content creators are smart. She's saying they're all seeing through her. Everyone's smart. And she really went to bat for all content creators in that, which I thought was really cool.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, because she doesn't have to. She
No.
can just talk about herself and forget everyone else. But she recognizes what's happening
Absolutely.
and sees the people being harassed and bullied by this person who then, like she said it, you see she did this to Baldoni. That makes
Right.
it even more believable.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, she didn't have to. You didn't have to have us on here today, and we
That's true.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you guys.
It's not
I know.
benefiting you
Little
at
less over
all
here.
because
Yeah.
you have tons of subscribers, so it's not benefiting you at all. So we really appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my, are you kidding? It's like also kind of selfish because I get to hang out with you guys. So,
Well, it is like hanging out with a friend. I mean, it's enjoyable, definitely.
it's so
We
much
appreciate
fun.
you.
And
Yeah.
thank you so much, Allie, for your support of the channel. And Chantel, thank you for the animals from Hamilton, Ontario. Love the reporting. I go to Hamilton often to get chickens. I'm not
There you go.
actually
Nice.
too far from Hamilton. Such a small world. All right, guys, we have to switch over to celebrating Perez. How'd you guys feel when you heard that Judge Liman was like, I don't have jurisdiction over him? And this is
I
gonna
was
take case.
Yeah.
relieved.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
relieved. Yeah.
I don't
He's
know
a
what
good
the
dude.
next step is, right? He still has to go back, I guess, and that judge has to decide, but it's much more likely for it to
You're
end, I
talking
think.
about the journalist Perez, right?
Yeah, journalist Perez. Hell yes.
Oh man.
Yeah, someone was arguing with us yesterday saying he's not a journalist, because we said he was.
I have a little bit of a narcissistic side, so I like to put, of course, titles that make some people mad. So I had all of the French thinking I was after him at one point. And I was like, no, I just put that in the title. It was a joke.
It was a joke.
We love you.
Just joking around. Yeah.
Wait,
It's a joke.
sometimes people can't take jokes. Like that
Right.
is, it's so weird to me. I'm like, I was just like, I say raw dogging it on the channel a lot, and people get very offended and think I'm speaking like sexually. I'm like, no, it's a slur for just like going off script. People can't take
Right.
jokes sometimes.
People have to understand the geography as well. Like things
that's
are
true.
different. You know, we have friends in Australia that every other cuss word is, or every other word is a cuss word, right? So people think I cuss a lot. I'm like, well, you should meet my friends in Australia because they'll make you upset then.
Yeah.
Right?
We have like a lot of, when I look at the stats, a ton, like overrepresentation compared to every other country of Aussies on this channel. Maybe it's
really?
because I'm a little over the top and swear. Maybe the Aussies just appreciate that.
They do.
Maybe.
They do. I had a friend that brought me into, she was a makeup artist in Australia, in Melbourne there, and she brought me into some groups, like talking about makeup stuff. And man, it was fun because they cuss a lot, but they're very friendly too, like, and very supportive. And I
Yeah.
think that, so they
It's just a
appreciate
part of
that
the
in other people.
vernacular, right? It's just a part of the vernacular. That's what the way, you know, I grew up in the country. So it was cussing to communicate as well. And, you know, when you get around people who don't like it, and then you're thinking, oh, shit, I never even thought about somebody not liking that because it's just the way I talk.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's the thing that I appreciate the most, and something even as we kind of segue over to Perez, and then you guys don't have to hang. I always talk too long, so you guys can bounce after Perez if you want. One of the things I always say is that I appreciate people for being authentically who they are. And Perez came under fire a bit for how he was handling the situation with the judge. And I was like, I appreciate Perez because he's who he is, and he's very unapologetic in who he is. He apologized for things he regrets, but in being who he is, he's never been apologetic. And I appreciate that with people. Just be who you are. Be upfront.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, we agree. That's what we thought too. Like, this is the way he is. Maybe I wouldn't talk that way if I was filing something, but I'm not the one doing it. You know, so it's not my place to tell him what to do. I just cheer him on. Go get him.
It makes him, I think it just made people uncomfortable, and they didn't like being uncomfortable. So they were like uncomfortable for him. But I think I would have probably done the same thing because I have that narcissistic side too, where I just want to, let's see how far I can push this. And then when I get to that limit, okay, cool. I mean, it's all good. And when somebody slaps my hand, I'm like, cool, I knew it was coming. You know what I mean? All right.
I love that. And I can appreciate whoops, it's already playing. I can appreciate that. And when I saw that last night where he was celebrating, you can't help but be excited seeing him so excited, because I know he was really nervous after the court case yesterday that he took a big loss and things didn't go well. And it seemed like immediately Judge Liman, I imagine Judge Liman had that order ready, it seemed like, because it was almost immediate that he put that on the docket.
Yeah, it was surprising. I was shocked it was that fast, or that he went that way, especially.
He probably just feels like, I don't want to mess with this anymore, man. This is getting
I don't want to be called sexy anymore.
Right. It made him feel uncomfortable. Maybe that was his plan. Perez was like, look, I'm going to call this dude sexy. He ain't going to have me back.
Well, Perez mentioned that. He's like, part of it's so funny he said that, because I was watching one of his videos. He said, part of my plan was just to make him so uncomfortable he didn't want to deal with me.
It worked,
there
didn't
you
it?
go.
I actually I haven't seen him celebrating it, so that's good to know that he is happy.
Yes, he's so happy. Let's have a look here. And everyone celebrate Perez. Let him know how much you love him in the chat.
You guys. Oh my God.
Breathe.
Yeah.
Judge Liman just ruled, and he proved me wrong.
A shimmy for Perez.
Judge Liman just ruled he does not have jurisdiction over me. Oh my God.
I love
He doesn't want to scream loud.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You gotta love the excitement where there's just no words.
Yeah.
I don't even
know what to say.
Yep.
What this means is we're on for next week.
Oh my gosh.
So I think he has the hearing on Tuesday in Vegas, because the judge had been like, well, let's see what Liman says, does he have jurisdiction over you anyway? And that seemed like almost immediately that ruling went out. I genuinely believe Liman had that ready to go, where he was like, no, deal with this in Vegas. I'm sorry, but I think Perez is the new Elwoods. He's out here with no law degree, figuring it out and
Absolutely.
beating 3 of Blake's high-powered lawyers.
That is impressive. I caught the end of him talking to Popcorn Planet, right? And he was just like, I don't have faith in him. He was afraid that he was going to still have, jurisdiction. And so that's what he was saying. He proved me wrong, right? Because he really thought
Oh,
that. So that's why he's said it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he didn't want to scream very loud because it sounded like somebody was practicing piano in the other room
Oh,
or
one of his
something.
kids might have
Yeah,
been,
so
right?
he was probably like, "Oh, I'm getting too loud." That's what it sounded like.
I'm just so
Is
happy
happening
for
here in
him.
Las Vegas on Tuesday, courtroom 7C, 1:30 p.m. Let me make sure that's the right time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Insists the Second Circuit has instructed courts to determine
Oh, he's reading
here,
right here.
accordingly, is likely to forfeit important rights through inadvertence if he is not afforded some degree of protection. Ultimately, the court is reluctant to hold that Lavandeira's motion operated as a waiver of his rights, given his lack of representation and his clear intent to litigate issues related to the subpoena in the District of Nevada. The court accordingly holds that it lacks personal jurisdiction over Lavandeira with respect to the subpoena. Lively's motion to compel is thus denied without prejudice for lack of personal jurisdiction. So
Congratulations.
ordered, Louis J. Liman, United States District Judge. Oh my God! Oh, this is Vegas. Anything can happen. Holy hell! Holy guacamole! Oh my God! What? Like it's hard? I did this. I'm done. I'm gonna keep. Yes. Tuesday. Please come. If you showed up today, come again. If you're the
I'm just so excited for him. I can't even imagine the amount of stress of knowing you're going up against 3 of Blake's lawyers.
Yeah. I mean, walking into a courtroom at all is intimidating, right? And then knowing you're facing 3 high-powered, expensive people that are there to just take you down. Yeah. And he did it. In his floral suit, too.
Not even scared a bit. I mean, I'm sure he was nervous, of course, but he was optimistic as well.
Yeah.
That's what got him through it.
So good. I'm so happy for him. But I just realized I've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes. I don't want to keep you guys too long. So I'll wrap it up for you guys. But where do you see things going with the court case so far? Okay, actually, I'm going to switch, make it more specific. Do you think Blake will end up dropping everything and trying to get out of it? What are your thoughts? What are your predictions?
What do you think?
Man, I think she's just dumb enough to try to go to the end and win somehow. I think she's just that dumb. I mean, I don't think she could be directed. I think people have a hard time because they try to tell her, look, this is what needs to happen. And she wants to do the opposite. She's like, no, I want it done this way. And it's like, well, okay, you're paying whatever.
Yeah. I think she's too narcissistic to give up. And the dumb part comes into play too. So yeah, I don't think so. What do you think? You think she's going to give up?
It's funny because I think the right move would be to just bow out and do whatever Wayfair parties want. But yeah, I agree. I don't think she will. And I think she probably has people such as her lawyers in her ears saying, no, keep going. We'll find it. It'll all be fine. And meanwhile, they're making millions of dollars off of her. But I do not foresee, I don't foresee it. I do foresee Ryan continuing to separate himself from her because he has so much more to lose with all his investments, his sports teams and everything. So I do foresee him continuing to separate himself from her.
Yeah, I agree. I think even if they don't divorce, that he's trying to keep her out of his brands, like you're saying, so that he's not getting that negativity, which is why I think a lot of people keep leaning into talking about him too, because he's done stuff as well, right? So, and he does seem to be behind it. Seems to be running the show a little bit.
Yeah. He's mega shitbag, in my opinion. He's just, I don't see him as, the way I judge people like him is from a man's perspective, right? I don't see him as very manly.
Mhm.
He seems kind of like a little weaselly and just grimy, and I'm not, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be around him even if none of this was going on, I just would feel uneasy around him. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point that I've never thought about, but that is a good point. I would feel uneasy around him.
right. Because I mean, on a primal level, that's how dudes look at other dudes, right? Like you size them up immediately. Like, okay, that's not a threat. That's not a threat. And this person seems like they wouldn't be a physical threat, but they'll probably blow your car up or some kind of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like uneasy. Like, okay, this dude fights dirty. He does because he's not a he's
not straightforward.
right?
Yeah.
Kind of weaselly.
Very manipulative, it seems like.
100%. And didn't he set his school on fire? Didn't he even admit to that?
Yeah, something like that. That's something like that shit. Like, I don't want this dude blowing up my shit, so
I
I
saw
won't mess with
something
him.
that said he stole a car. And like his brothers are in the Mounties. They're right.
Yep.
At least one of them is. And then they were talking about he stole a car at one point. Oh, I think he did move one, like at the school too, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Mounties would be in some intimidating shit right there. Dudes riding up looking like that. They just ride mooses and shit, or what is the deal? They just ride up on a fucking magic moose. It's like, damn, I'm taking you to jail. You sure are. Okay.
Yes.
You've been very nice so far.
Magic moose. That is hilarious.
Well, I thought of that big deer from Lord of the I thought about that deer from Lord of the Rings or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Was that a moose?
But that was a moose.
That was a moose.
elf
That was a
rides,
moose,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that.
That's basically what we do here. I'll never forget when I used to go to Detroit all the time. And like, mind you, it was just like the Ambassador Bridge separating us. So I'd always go to Detroit for concerts. So I'd be chasing like all the emo punk bands around. And people would be like, is it really cold over there? Like in Canada? I'm like, dude, you can see my university from like, that's where I live. And they're like, oh, I heard it's really cold in Canada. I'm like, is it cold here? What are you talking about?
Just right there.
10 miles away. Yeah.
Have you ever seen a moose though up close? Like that seems very scary to me.
Well, up in cottage country. So when we had the cottage before we got the farm, you would see moose there. Although I never saw one. Whenever my husband went up without me, he saw them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd have cool stuff up there. But like where I am, we have like raccoons.
Oh wow!
The coolest thing that everyone else has.
Hey, raccoons are cool. I love raccoons. I think they're cool as shit. Little what bandits?
Trash pandas?
Little bandits. Yeah.
Trash panda. Yeah.
I saw 3 of them one time. After she hurt her leg, she had to go for what was that, therapy or whatnot. And I sat outside in the parking lot and I saw 3 of them run through the bushes. And this was at a theater, and it was like, dude, they're so cool, man. They're just cruising through the night. Like, all right,
Scavenging around. Yeah.
I'm taking this. All right. I got this.
I love it.
I want to see a moose up close though.
Come, you guys got to come here. We'll go up to cottage country.
Yeah.
Take a vacay.
It'll be
Maybe
awesome.
we can have like a joint community get together up in cottage country in Ontario next year.
I'm for
Why
it.
not?
I'm for
Sounds fun to me.
That
Although
sounds
we
fun to
have
me.
thin blood nowadays down here in Florida. So
Yeah, a cloud goes over in the middle of the day, and it's like, man, it's
supposed
freezing
to come
in
when
here.
it's
What the-
warm. Yeah.
That's right. So you guys are in Florida.
Yeah, it's really humid here. Extremely humid. It's like swimming through the air
It's
in the
swimming.
summertime. Yeah.
Okay, all the videos I see of Florida, though, there's like alligators and crocodiles up at people's doors knocking on the door. That would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
That's more in the country. Like they do come up on the banks and just sit there. So if you're walking by any kind of water, they have a lot of
Rivers, especially.
viaducts and different things around here, and then they'll be sitting on the banks. But they're little mostly. I've seen some big ones.
Oh my
Like, they're little.
goodness.
Yeah.
We have Florida friends
Yeah.
in the chat as well. I'll
There
never
you go.
forget when I went to Australia. I lived there for a year, and when I realized that like sharks can come pretty close, I didn't want to go in the ocean anymore. And I said, okay, well, I'm going in there. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to swim in all these like streams and canals that they have. And the Aussies were like, are you an idiot? There's like bull sharks and shit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bull sharks. Like, you can't swim in there. I'm like, so you can't swim anywhere?
Yeah,
So
the
for
bullshit.
the rest of my stay in Australia, I just swam in my pool that overlooked the ocean.
Yeah, that's the safest place is your
Yeah.
pool. But you got to watch out because the alligators get in there too.
Right. Yeah.
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 They
They'll crawl
will.
over into people's pools and stuff. I've heard around
Oh
here.
my goodness.
They'll just go out and there'll be an alligator in their pool. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's when I'd go back in and be like, all right, then I'm not going to swim ever again. I guess the alligator lives in the pool now. And the whole
Alligator
backyard
pool,
is
right?
the whole backyard is blocked off. All right.
That's the alligator's backyard now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to keep you long. I know I kept you over an hour already. I talked too
No,
much.
fun.
Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. It is
Definitely.
amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate you having us. I saw somebody bring up shimmy, so we need to shimmy our
Oh
way
yeah,
out.
you gonna shimmy with us?
Come on,
Yeah,
everybody.
shimmy.
Oh, there we
Everybody
go.
shimmy.
Shimmy.
Woo!
Shimmy
Get
for the
into it.
Bushbirds,
Yeah.
guys. Oh my goodness. It was so amazing having you. Thank you so much. You're welcome back anytime. It was such
Thank
a
you
pleasure.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah, have a great rest of your show.
I
You
will.
too.
And guys, you can hang out in the chat. We will look at some of the SEO and media manipulation going on.
All right, that sounds
Absolutely.
good. Now we got to figure out how to go.
Yeah, I'm just
Can you
looking
kick us
around
out?
like, can you kick us out of here? Because we don't.
Can you kick me out?
Maybe
Oh,
I
I
just
can.
if I close the internet,
Oh,
it'll
I
just go
can.
away.
I can ban you from the studio, which I don't want to do.
No.
Right.
But I will kick you out. So bye, my friends. It was so
Bye.
nice having
Bye,
you
everybody.
here.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Yeah, good to see you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, my friends. Let's hang out a little bit. I want to catch up on the super chats I got behind, and then we'll see what is going on with Google. I heard Nightbot's being an ass. I will deal with Nightbot. Nightbot, chill. Nightbot, chill. I'm afraid to change anything. And let me see. Watch me like kick myself out. I might kick myself out of the chat. Leave. Okay. Let's see. It might be turned off. I might have also just yeeted myself from the chat. Oh, geez. No. Did I almost kick myself off? Okay, no, I think I'm still here. Okay. Let's catch up on the super chats and then we will look at what's going on with SEO for a bit. Thank you, MC High Life, for the super chat. I watch you all the time, Ashley. A little love for the fur babies. They appreciate it. It's already feeling like fall here. We're just burning through the hay right now because it's already getting cold. Thank you so much for the support, Glow. You should see how she ripped into Amber Heard. Did she really? I'm going to have to go back and see how that went down. Thank you so much. Is it Shannon? Shannon for the rescue. Thank you. All my furry monsters are rescues. We are big fans of rescues on this channel. My goal one day is to start like a massive medically needy dog rescue because one of our dogs is she has megaesophagus. And so I would love one day to start something like that as well. I'm such a big fan of rescues. All right, I'm going to pull up because you guys had also, and I'll go back to super chats. Thank you so much, guys. I just love you guys hanging out and dealing with Nightbot, who seems to just be, I thought I was a hard ass, but apparently Nightbot's even more so. So, there's that. We gave it a shot. I was hoping to just keep out the people that are being mean, but it seems like I just, also was keeping out the cool people. All right, Blake Lively news. Oh, Blake's such a liar. Oh my goodness. So yes, Blake is saying Blake Lively insists no subpoena ever sent to Megyn Kelly. So what, Megyn Kelly just made this up for shits and giggles? It's just, I'm assuming they're playing with words here because even from an SEO and PR perspective, this is bad news bears when you have people like Megyn Kelly coming out with this because it's going to make headlines and she has such a massive audience. Great live show. Hello, Bushbirds. Ashley, you rock. Thank you so much. They are amazing. Thank you guys for being so welcoming to them. They are, I just adore them. I adore people who are real. I adore people who are just themselves and unapologetic around it. Welcome at the beach, a YouTube member. Make sure to keep your eyes open because we all hang out on Saturdays around 11 a.m. Eastern for a members only chat. Blake Lively insists no subpoena ever sent to Megyn Kelly and Justin Baldoni battle. Another entitled nasty Hollywood snob. I love. Oh shit. Isn't that Dominic who Bryan Freedman put in like 75 times in the one filing? I wonder if he's like, okay, I best be, slightly neutral maybe. I don't know. Another entitled nasty Hollywood snob, ex-Fox News host declares of It Ends With Us star. The ongoing she said, he said of Blake Lively's SH and retaliation lawsuit against It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni today had a sideshow of she said she's lying with Megyn Kelly, declaring that she successfully fought off being targeted with a subpoena from the Another Simple Favor actress. And then there's a quote from Kelly's show. However, with what certainly seems like some very distinct blonde hair splitting. Oh my God. We're being slightly dramatic, are we not? Blonde hair splitting. Lively side insists Kelly doth protest too much. There's no way Megyn Kelly would risk her reputation or even feel the need to go online and lie about this. There's absolutely no reason. I don't believe it for a second that she went online and made up this story. I believe anything basically at this point over Blake Lively and Leslie Sloan. So it says, at no point in this litigation has Miss Lively served a subpoena on Megyn Kelly, a spokesperson for Gossip Girl Lum told Deadline today. You think Dominic would want to stay out of this slightly, considering he keeps getting mentioned, but, here we are. The apparently straightforward reply, we'll get to that, comes after Kelly let loose on Nitwit Lively for over 14 minutes this morning on her popular XM podcast. She calls Lively a sad, pathetic, untalented, narcissistic bully. Kelly's monologue includes tips on how freedom of the press works and laughing off accusations that her critical take on Lively is because she's on the payroll for Baldoni. I mean, she's a lawyer as well, so Megyn's going to know what she can and cannot say on the channel, and she's going to, of course, call Lively out. That is what Megyn does. Lambasting Lively for going after the likes of Perez Hilton, who actually had a good day in court today, and other things. In one of the more understated moments, Kelly stated, Queen Blake simply is a terrible person, as you can see in the full segment here. Preemptively referring to the client attorney elephant on the podcast, Kelly also spoke today of her lucrative $25 million or so contract payout from NBC in 2019, professional relationship with attorney Bryan Freedman. I don't understand how her payout is relevant to anything here, but okay. She stated that despite what Blake Lively's side may have assumed, the media-savvy Freedman, a frequent guest on Kelly's show and now Baldoni's lead lawyer, is not controlling our coverage. And so she quotes Kelly a little bit more. While one-time attorney Kelly, I love how they undermined her. One-time attorney Kelly. She was a legit attorney, sought to eviscerate Lively and spent quite a bit of time rehashing the case. The actress's people did the branding equivalent of a shrug. They affirm this is just how the process works, aka Lively has a right to pursue her case as it heads to trial in federal court in New York on March 9th, 2026. So, this is typical Blake Lively, it seems. In one hand, she's saying, we didn't send her a subpoena. And then the other hand, she's saying, I'm allowed to. I can do what I want. Which seems to be the exact playbook that Blake has played all along. Where in one hand, she's saying, I didn't do this thing. And in the other hand, I can do whatever I want. It's just ridiculous. Thank you so much for the super chat, Don. So glad to see the Bushbirds in the club. Yeah, they're amazing. I'm so glad you enjoyed having them here. And thank you guys for being just the incredible chat that you are and welcoming people. I never feel nervous about bringing my friends and guests to the community because I know you guys are just incredible. But Taco, that's an amazing thing. I'm disappointed that the media hasn't connected the dots. She wants info for JB's acquisition of the book, acquisition of the books. What does that have to do with the SH smearing? Agree. I have wondered if she is still trying to connect the dots on how she can take over the second one, which would just really go to show how truly delusional and out of touch with reality she is, if she genuinely believes that that would work. But it's the only thing I can think of. It says here, Miss Lively is continuing to pursue discovery in order to prove her case that Justin Baldoni, Jed Wallace, Melissa Nathan, and the Wayfair parties retaliated against her for speaking up against the harassment she and others experienced on set, as alleged in her complaint. Lively's team added of Kelly's claims with name check on the Jane the Virgin vet, once self-described human crisis navigator Wallace, that Lively says was instrumental in the online smearing of her last year. Seasoned crisis PR captain Nathan and Baldoni's exec crew this is hard to read sometimes, his stuff. Seeking evidence through discovery is a normal part of the litigation process and is in addition to overwhelming amounts of evidence already compiled in the form of Melissa Nathan's own text messages, the recently exposed Katie Case email describing Jeb Wallace's services, as well as the invoices showing he was paid for those services, and Baldoni's own requests on what he wants the team to do. Now, here's where it all gets a little bit less binary and where both Kelly and Lively have the truth on their sides. Does Lively have the truth on her sides? I'm not reading all of this bullshit. Okay, so basically, Blake is saying, I didn't subpoena her, and in the other hand, saying, I have a right to subpoena her. I'm imagining this is what PR teams do, and this is why I'm just so tired of that industry. Also, why I love this channel and how we have an opportunity to use my education and experience with PR to look behind the headlines. And then I can also, because I'm moving away from that industry, bring you offers like your 9-day PR strategy, the DIY PR course for entrepreneurs and creators that I put together, because we can actually use my knowledge for good. We can use it for good people to be seen, for good people to grow their bank accounts and their platforms. Because right now, how PR is being used and how we see it used with the rich, the powerful, the connected is egregious. They're using headlines to try and discredit Megyn Kelly, when very likely what happened is they did not subpoena, like Megyn Kelly wasn't on the subpoena her name. It was likely her business or whatever corporation that she operates under. So they're splitting hairs in regards to this, and they're being funny with words to get headlines that make it look like Megyn Kelly is lying. And that once again, Blake Lively is the victim. And in my opinion, this kind of PR work just makes everyone look bad. It makes the entire industry look bad. And not only does it create more distrust with legacy media, but it creates more distrust in the industries of branding, marketing, and PR, because people think like, I can't trust anyone. So the damage that these people do that are running campaigns like this and playing with words, which is essentially lying when we look at it this way, you just likely put it under a different name. Because there's no way, I refuse to believe that Megyn Kelly got on her platform and told a whole bunch of lies about being subpoenaed. She doesn't gain anything from it. She gains nothing from it. And it just gives everyone such a bad name and seeds more doubt in everyone, essentially, in small businesses, in legacy media, in everyone, in content creators, everything. And they knowingly do it. And it's also the same type of shady shit that Blake Lively's lawyers play, just like when Ezra had said, oh no, I met and conferred with the content creators. And that's why I took away the subpoena. I dismissed the subpoena against them. No, Ezra, you didn't, because I was one of those content creators and you did not meet and confer with me. In fact, I said I would not meet and confer with you and your team because I didn't trust you guys to not twist my words. And then you proved me right by twisting the situation, twisting what happened for your own means in court. So I called exactly who you were from the get-go. We all have. As Megyn Kelly said, we are all smart. We have put together, the chats put together, the communities have put together, the internet sleuths, the mommy sleuths, the content creators, everyone has called out who Blake Lively is. And it pisses Blake off, and it pisses people like Leslie Sloan off, I would imagine, because people aren't falling for this shit anymore. And what happens to jobs like the one Leslie Sloan has, for example, if people are no longer paying for this shit and buying this shit? Cuts into her profits if people no longer are trusting these celebrities with these types of headlines and with these overly curated images. Thank you so much for the support, Cindy. Perez, yay! Thank you for mentioning him. I have been a big Perez supporter. I remember when I was like growing up, I'd always, he was the one. He genuinely, love him or hate him, he is what paved the road for every content creator and what we do today, because he truly was the OG. So I've been following Perez for so long, and I'm just so happy for him. Thank you so much, Troy. People are not over old Perez. That's why, as an individual, to deal with. But I'm always of the mindset that if we want people to grow and change, we can't hold them to their past. And we can give people an opportunity to change and If they prove that they haven't, then sure. Then absolutely we can then say, look, I gave you a chance and you blew it. Thank you so much, Glow. The movie Bombshell is about Megyn Kelly. Is it really? I'm laughing, but like, is it actually really? I laughed because I thought it was a joke at first, but is it? Someone's going to have to fill me in. Movie Bombshell? I have to Google this. Holy shit, it is. It is. All right, guys. It actually is. Thank you, Glow, for letting us know. I had no idea. The movie Bombshell is a 2019 biographical drama based on real-life scandal at Fox News, focusing on the women who exposed Fox News CEO Roger Ailes for SH. The film depicts the experience of women like Megyn Kelly, played by Charlize Theron, and Gretchen Carlson, played by Nicole Kidman. Well, there you go, guys. Now I'm going to have to watch that movie. Thank you so much for letting us know, Glow. I was thinking it was like the spicy lawyer. I've never heard of the movie. Thank you for letting us know. RR says Megyn's company was subpoenaed by Blake and Blake's rep is doing PR. Exactly. Yep. And that's it. And this is what gives PR people such a bad name. And it really upsets me because it fractures trust, not just in the PR. Well, a lot of PR people deserve that fractured trust, to be quite honest, but it fractures trust in branding and marketing and PR. Not all PR is bad PR. And honestly, it just makes Blake look worse. Okay, Blake, you got that good headline. You got it to trend. There you go. Congratulations. Your buddy Dominic has a headline where you try to paint Megyn Kelly as a liar, where you try to paint her as someone that is just trying to get clicks. That's a, mommy sleuth out here just trying to get clicks on her video. Megyn Kelly doesn't need Blake Lively for clicks, Leslie. So you get a short-term news cycle. Sure, it's trending here because what you're seeing here as well is keyword hijacking, where she is hijacking the name Megyn Kelly. Look at it, it's trending everywhere. Megyn Kelly gets explosive as big claims made against each other. She's going to try and hijack it with her own side of the story. And it's just so disingenuous because they damn well know the truth. And it just goes to show that, in what I've also said all along, and I know this community has said all along, they continually, Blake's side, expose themselves for who they are by projecting on others what they believe others are doing. But it's because they're doing it. Everyone is a liar except Blake. Liarly. I love that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what she says. That's wild. It's good she was SH at work. I didn't know her complete history. Thank you so much for filling that in. I knew she had an issue with Fox News. I don't know a ton about Megyn Kelly. So thank you so much, Glow, for filling us in on Megyn. And I'm actually going to see if I can stream that movie and catch up on it because I think that's really good to know. The Bushbirds. Oh my goodness. Thanks for having us over. The chat was awesome. Gotta go. Thank you so much for being here, the Bushbirds. We love you. We absolutely love you. I think Nightbot got the boot, so you guys should be able to go, shimmy on all over the chat with emojis and such. And we do have the channel emojis now as well, guys. So you can check out the channel emojis. All right, let's see what else is going on for Blake. Is this a real headline? Blake Lively finally removes Taylor Swift from her guest list. Huh? What? Blake? No, I don't want to stay ahead of the news. Thank you, though. Blake Lively finally removes Taylor Swift from her guest list, says source. Like, come on. Source is probably Blake Lively. And I don't want her here anyway. Yeah, what guest list? Exactly. What guest list? Yeah, we have channel emojis. I can't do them for myself but you guys share the channel emojis with everyone. So if you go to the little smiley face for the emojis, and so you have to get the smiley face, not like your computer pulled up the emojis. We have the Anarchy A. We have a rainbow piece. We have a little it says organic, and it's a little flower leaf type image because we're organic and we're not bots. And we also have, oh my gosh, what is the last one I have? Oh, the shocked Pikachu. Shocked Pikachu. Because I always do the shocked Pikachu face, which we didn't do today. Shocked Pikachu when I'm not shocked, but I can't use Pikachu's face because Nintendo will sue me. And I'm not, I'm not craving any more subpoenas this year or lawsuits this year. Trying to stay away from them. Trying to be on my best behavior. So instead, what we did was the P. So does anyone let me know? Do shocked Pikachu. Do shocked Pikachu. Does anyone have Pokemon Go? Or are you fans of Pokemon? When I was a kid, I had all the Pokemon cards and collected the cards. But when he goes, Pikachu, it's like the P with the exclamation mark. So we have that for the shocked Pikachu face. All right, let's get back to this insanity. Taylor Swift reportedly won't be on the guest list for Blake Lively's birthday. So what? This was 6 hours ago. Blake, are you running out with? She's like, guys, we've got to get headlines out here about me and Taylor. Tell people I don't care. Tell people I'm not refreshing the newsfeed to see what comes out. Tell people that I've stopped messaging her. That is insane. Friendship between the two stars was affected by Lively and her husband's legal battle with Justin Baldoni. The pop icon was brought into the lawsuit that eventually sourced her bond with the Gossip Girl actor. Now, as per a source, Swift won't be a part of Lively's 38th birthday party. Is she having the birthday party this weekend? I will die. I will actually die if Blake is like, oh yes, please remember to like the stream. Sorry, I was trying to manage multiple things. I've never had 2 guests at once. Love the Bushbirds, but never had 2 guests at once. So I'm a little bit behind on hanging out in the chat. Like the stream, subscribe. If you like kind of the media manipulation stuff, we have multiple playlists with those. Now I'm thinking maybe Blake's going to throw a birthday bash this weekend. She's like, and Ryan will be there. She'll make Ryan be there to be like, see, he loves me. He's here. Because that was a big thing for the news. Ryan's made a big deal about Blake Lively's birthday every year, and he didn't bother saying anything to her. He posted about Wrexham instead. According to Rob Shutter's Shutter Scoop, Taylor Swift isn't on Blake Lively's party list. A source close to the actor. So this is Blake. This is Blake. Ryan cut off PR, and Blake's having to do it herself. A source close to the actor told the outlet, Taylor has not been invited. They were once inseparable, but after everything that's gone down this year, Blake wouldn't take her back now. What? Is it April Fool's? Is it April? I am so confused right now. What? We're in the upside down. Blake, I bet, is going to watch. She's going to throw a big birthday bash this weekend. And she'll be like, I couldn't during the week because of my kids. A big birthday bash. She's going to drag Ryan there. He's going to look miserable like he looked at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere being next to her. And she'd be like, see, I didn't invite Taylor. I'm not answering his text messages or her. She's probably not answering Ryan's either, who is also avoiding her. For the unversed, Swift was issued a subpoena to appear in the trial, but it was eventually dropped. As per a Hollywood Insider, the It Ends With Us star had also thought Taylor would be in her corner. You threatened to release 10 years of text messages, Blake. Someone has got to really sit Blake down. Someone that genuinely cares about Blake has got to sit Blake down. Because this is just, she has lost touch with reality. I'm half convinced, my opinion only, that Ryan Reynolds has cut off her PR because they have completely gone in different directions. This has got to be Blake calling from a burner phone with using a different voice or a voice changer. Because, wow. But if she genuinely believes that you can threaten someone with releasing all of their text messages from 10 years, and that person will still be in your corner, she needs a wake-up call. She needs a true intervention. A true intervention. It's it's gotten past the point of even just being delusional at this point. However, Swift kept her head down and Lively saw that. So Blake, the perpetual victim. There we go. Blake is a perpetual victim. Swift kept her head down and Lively saw that as self-protection, but also as betrayal. So Blake, again, I was justified in going after Taylor because she kept her head down and she didn't support me. What else was I supposed to do but try to threaten her and release 10 years of text messages? What were my options? What were my reasonable options other than threaten my best friend of 10 years, the godmother of my children, with 10 years of text messages being leaked, her innermost secrets being leaked because she kept her head down? How dare her? What? The report also mentioned that the actor is avoiding all distractions to focus on the important legal battle next year. She has Ryan or kid. Well, not Ryan, really, because Ryan's avoiding you like the plague. Ryan, her kids, and the truth on her side, said a confidant, aka Blake Lively, using a voice changer. The individual added she's not wasting time chasing people who weren't there when it mattered. Talking about Swift and Lively's hopeful reunion, I just thought this is definitely Blake. We see this with Blake and everything. Talking out both sides of her mouth. Talking about Swift and Lively's hopeful reunion, another insider noted that ship has sailed. Blake's closed the door and locked it. Imagine being so delusional that you think you're Blake Lively and you think you're the one that closed the door and locked it. Most recently, it was reported that Lively hasn't congratulated Swift on her engagement. The Daily Mail source stated Blake didn't reach out following the engagement announcement and isn't going to. The outlet also mentioned how the actor doesn't talk about Taylor at all. Bullshit. And isn't thinking about their crippled friendship. This is something that we would have talked about in the past, like what is going to happen if she was going to be in the wedding, what that would look like, all of that. But now it's just silence, the source noted. Yeah, it's definitely Blake with a voice changer. 100%. Thank you so much, Ariana, for the super chat. I appreciate it. I love your profile picture. Megyn Kelly, a powerful woman, was SH by the head of Fox News. Guys, I am digging into this story because I did not know the depths of her case. I knew she was with Fox News, but I appreciate this chat for keeping me up to date and letting me know. I didn't realize. Was SH by the head of Fox News, and that's why she gets extra mad about fake SH. Good for her. Good for her in terms of standing up for herself, fighting it, and standing up for those that are victims of false SH claims. Wow. Roger Allies made Megyn spin around his desk in a 360. Wow. I had no idea. Oh, Taylor is so that. Yeah, Taylor's just crying into her like $1 million ring. That's true too. Blake didn't support, and thank you so much for the support, my friend. I appreciate you so much. Blake didn't support Taylor when that radio DJ essayed her. Blake didn't speak out. Good point. That is a very good point. It was a big deal. Wow. Yeah, I had not heard about that. Okay, I'm going to have to look into that. Thanks so much, guys. The entire article is talking about Blake and Taylor. Yeah, and how unbothered Blake is, apparently, from her burner phone. Oof. IMBD. Blake Lively loses in court while fans fear for her divorce with Ryan Reynolds. Prep yourself for another bathroom burrito, my friends. Can you imagine Travis walking in the room and showing Taylor this? Did she laugh, just shake her head and sigh? You know, it's funny because she had mentioned how Travis finds it funny and sees kind of these headlines and everything and sees it as funny. I do wonder. I would laugh at that. If I was in their shoes and a headline like that came out, I would laugh. I would hope my partner, my husband, would bring it to me. It's so ridiculous. Image they use. Sounds like Blake Lively is not only battling legal woes, but some marital troubles with Ryan Reynolds as well, as his not posting her recently on her birthday raised a lot of eyebrows. And here's the thing. They damn well knew he knew. Ryan, he's a narcissist, in my opinion. He's got a lot of issues, likely a lot of healing to do, likely a lot of rage issues. And he knew damn well what he was doing by not posting on her birthday, whether it's because they are in the midst of a divorce or he is just like, girl, you're on your own because I don't want you damaging my brand. Either way, he knew. He knew the chatter that would happen. He knew the headlines that would happen. Oh my, all the headlines, trouble in paradise for Ryan and Blake. Well, Blake, karma caught up with you. But yes, this is how Blake Lively feels about former best friend Taylor Swift engagement. This is all just PR. But this is a disaster for Blake. All right, my friends, let's check the docket before I let you go. How's everyone doing? Like and subscribe before you go. Yeah, I didn't know. I've never even heard about the movie Bombshell. So thank you so much for letting me know, guys. I had genuinely no idea. Blake needs to fire Leslie Sloan. I agree with that. This is not going. And if Leslie Sloan is in charge of Ryan's PR, I mean, Leslie Sloan is the problem in many respects for many reasons. But obviously, she's not the problem in terms of not knowing how to PR. Because if she's doing Ryan's has been great. And his public sentiment, what we've seen on the channel, is overwhelmingly positive. So maybe they're just trying to take her out from the inside out. I don't know. All right, there's nothing new on the docket. So I think that's all. An hour and 50 minutes later. I think that's all we have for today. So what we learned today, Nightbot was even more of a hard ass than I am. So we're gonna put it on the back burner. But I'm gonna say this. It will come back if we have issues in the chat. I know the core community here we don't have issues with, but I want to keep the chat how the chat is. And as the community grows, I don't want the mods to have to worry about missing things. I don't want you guys to have to worry about just people coming in and not vibing. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? So we'll keep Nightbot as kind of like a pin in Nightbot. We'll pull Nightbot out if we have to. And then we're all just going to have to adjust at the end of the day. If it gets to a point where the channel is dealing with a lot of people that just genuinely don't believe in the things we do in terms of values and how to respect each other, we will bring Nightbot back. And then we'll just all have to adjust that it's going to be set for things like caps and emojis and stuff like that. So we'll all have to adjust if that day comes. But for now, I think we'll be good. And I think it's manageable with the amazing mods that we have. Yes, please like the stream. Thank you, Leo. Our amazing mods, Leo, Haley, Laura, they do such a great job. This is such a fun live. I'm so glad. You're by far my favorite YouTuber. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys are by far my favorite community. I mean, I'm biased because it's here and I get to chat with you guys and hang out with you guys. But also that's why I am so protective of this space. And that's why I'm like, don't make me come back there. Don't make me come back there and deal with fighting in the background, because we will bring Nightbot back. And y'all remember you didn't like Nightbot. Hello, Don. Thank you so much. Blake has to say those things to make herself feel better. That's a good point. She's so delusional. She needs to make a statement to show that she has authorship over their non-relationship friendship. Very good point. That is a great point. And I've known people like that, and even like as a counselor, but just in my personal life, where you're like, you can't genuinely believe what you're saying right now. You can't genuinely believe what you're saying, that it's not you, that the problem isn't you, right? Like you're just shitting me. You're just playing games. And they do. And you're right. To make themselves feel better. Some people don't want to look in that mirror. And, we can make Nightbot submit. Like I said, it's just, I'm very protective of this chat. I'm very protective of the community we have here. And we'll keep Nightbot set, but we won't bring it back unless we absolutely have to. Hollywood has to hate Blake Lively for exposing all the PR tactics. I believe that would be the truth. Can't Nightbot be programmed to be less combative? I feel like Nightbot's like my dark side, like the side of me that is just like, cut the shit. Like, heavy-handed. It can be. So the tricky thing is what I had done, my friends, and how I program Nightbot was I was looking at some comments that tend to get deleted and themes within those comments. And what I did was I looked at the themes. I'm a big stats girl, right? That's why I'm good at what I do with branding, marketing, PR. So I was looking at that and I programmed it based on what I was getting. But unfortunately, I think it'll work, Nightbot, for everything other than when y'all get very excited. When y'all get really excited, everyone does caps and tons of emojis and tons of exclamation marks. And so I think Nightbot in theory works great because there tends to be certain themes when people are coming in trying to be disruptive. However, it's also the themes, unfortunately, of when you're all very excited as a community. So I'm going to have a look at it. We'll keep a pin on it. And if things become an issue or the mods become overwhelmed or I start getting messages in my DMs, which always hurt me, of people saying like, this comment or this person was being obnoxious. If that becomes an issue, then we'll get rid of it or we'll bring it back and then we'll adjust. We will adjust. It's real. We will adjust. Nightbot is Cujo. Yes, and before we go, make sure to hype smaller creators. So you'll make sure you want to go on Bushbird's channel, go over there, hype their videos. You'll like it, and then you'll hit hype, and it helps them get found. Well, thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much for being here. I wish I could respond personally to everyone because I love this community so much. And please know I do see you guys, and I wish I could actually respond to each individual person. Thank you, the mods. They are fantastic. They are amazing. And Nightbot was supposed to also try and make their job easier. I tried, guys. I tried. But thank you to everyone. I love you so much. And with that, tomorrow, if you are a member of the channel, we will have the members only live stream, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'll pop it up later tonight so you can get that stream ready. We might do a short stream in the morning. We'll see how barn chores go. And if I get ahead of everything, we can even jump in live for a short stream on the channel before I go live with the members. All right, my friends. Release Terminator in the chat. I did. And I'm sorry. We'll figure it out. All right, my friends, with that, it was so nice hanging out with you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, my friends.